Hey guys, how are you doing? So today I came across this new video that was posted by Ryan Serhant, and he talks about his process for bringing on and onboarding his junior agents in his real estate business. And I wanted to kind of like share that in this video, kind of like watch it with you guys, and then I would like to provide my commentary on my thoughts regarding his process. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, so this is Ryan. So here we go.
So the first thing I do with any brand new junior agent is you have them shadow you for 1 week. They just need to come and they need to follow you, and not to do what you do, but because they need to learn how you work, how you talk, how you take breaks, how you think. And then you also need to be able to check on their stamina. This is an endurance game, right? It's an empathy game. It's an energy game when you're bringing people into your orbit. Every time I've skipped the shadow phase, it fails. I think because we all assume the person we brought in is smart, or we assume they know what they're doing, or they assume they just know how you think. Damn, why would you not know to do that? Aren't you in my brain? Then you're gonna sit down and you're gonna write a list of all the things you currently do that you want to do, that you think you're the best at. You are the highest and most qualified person in your enterprise who does X, Y, Z, LMNOP, whatever those are. Maybe it's listing presentations, maybe it's cold calls, it's submitting of offers, whatever it might be. I'm not the best person to actually submit offers. I kind of don't care. It's not that hard in my world. So I move that to the other person. Shadow me. I show them exactly how to do it. That saved me time. That way you get to do only what you're best at every single day. Now, junior agent covers this. If you think that's way too insane, you can take it really, really simple. And you can divide the work by price point, because you want to raise price point and raise deal flow. Potentially 100 deals a year is a lot of email. That's a lot of driving, right? It's a lot of work. But you can raise price point. You can raise the quality of the deals you do. Junior agent oftentimes comes in and doesn't just do the work you don't want to do. They do lower price work. So you can reserve your time for higher quality problems. You acquire, they retain. It just depends on how you're going to operate. Shadow first and foremost. So the first thing I do with any
Pause right there. Okay, yeah, so that's the video that he posted. So I guess my take on this is that I really like what he talks about in terms of like a number of things. Number one, he talks about the concept of having the junior agent shadow him at the very beginning to learn like the way he thinks, the way he talks, how he operates. And in my perspective, that's essentially like in a way of like installing the culture, the mindset, the way, like kind of like the standard way of doing things, to think about things, to speak of the company, okay, in general, to the new team members. Because everybody bring in their own kind of like their own vibe, their own way of talk, their own habits, and often a lot of what they bring in are not compatible with the already established standards and cultural standards, the way that we talk, the way that we think, the way that we act, as a group, as part of this organization does. So I think that's really great that Ryan is essentially showing like lead by the example and showing the junior agents, hey, this is how we do things, this is how we talk, this is kind of like the mannerism, this is kind of like the vibe that we want to portray, the attitude of which, if you're part of this our organization, this is what we like you to embody. You're free to have your own cultural processes and standards and mindsets and habits and such and rituals private time, but when you're working in our group, we would like you to adopt our process, our cultural system, and I think that's really important. Secondly, I think what's really what he outlined here, which is really important, is it's about scaling, right? It's about delegating the lower value task to your team so that we can extract our time to work with a higher value task. Okay. And in this case, like for example, like what Ryan's talking about is about preparing and submitting offers, and he said he doesn't care for it. To him, it's not that difficult. And the higher value task from his perspective that he should be focusing more on is bringing in sales, right? Because he's the one that his clients are buying is him, not his team. Is they're buying him, they're trusting him, they're buying the person, they're not just buying the service, they're buying the person who's providing the services for him. And Ryan is essentially that, embodies that essentially what his clients are buying, instead of any other real estate agent. So his most important, for my experience, like his most important, most valuable task he does is get in front of the customer, like his right fit clients to get in front of them and close those deals. And like he said, he says he acquire and then his team will retain or deliver, right? Deliver the services that's needed, but he brings them in with his brand, right? With his with what he has been building all these years. And we can't do it all. Like as founders, we can't do it all. Like Ryan could probably do everything for his client by himself, but then at the end of the day, he's not going to be able to serve that many clients at the same time. And that will really hurt his business in terms of scaling. So bringing in team and then helping us take care of our lower value task, okay? And then eventually our medium value task and even eventually even our higher value task. So we continually to free up our time so that we can do those higher and higher value tasks ourselves. It's extremely important in any successful business, especially for online coaches. Um, Agency owners and W service providers is that we must withdraw ourselves from the business, from the tactical, from the daily operational side, so that we can focus on our highest value task. And in this case, from what Ryan is saying, one of the things that he focused on is getting in front of the customers, closing sales, so that his team can do the fulfillment after he closes the sales. So I really like that. And one last thing that he mentioned, which I really like, and I think that's super important, is documentation. And he mentioned in his video that he writes down everything that he does and the best practices of which he does the task, right? And that is extremely important because that will really help you cut down the amount of time and effort that we would personally have to do to train our team member. If it's all documented, SOPs, workflows, okay, decision trees, flow charts, all that good stuff. If this and that, decision guide. Okay, so we have a whole system that systemizes all of that training, all of that expertise in a specific task, in any task within an organization, into a self-training program that a new team member comes in can simply just watch. It's like a course. It's like it's a self-taught course for the team members to watch, and then we just do Q&A calls with them after they have watched the course. Okay, and this way we minimizes the amount of time it takes us to be able to that it takes us to train a new team member. Like right now, Ryan is he is still using his time, to teach, to onboard the new junior agents himself. But I think what he's doing, which is important, is to onboard them and teach them the cultural aspect, which is not easy to be able to be taught in a self-taught course. But the task doing aspect of the training of a new team member, that can all be automated into a self-taught course. Okay, we would call it like a playbook, but this playbook is both for training as well as for reference in terms of being able to train a new team member or provide reference for an existing team member, in case he forgot how to do something or he's not sure about one step. They can reference this really quickly without resorting to sending a message to us. So this one could drastically bring down the number of questions we get on a daily basis, especially the ones that kept on being asked over and over again. So that will help us free up our time from the management of our team. So I really like that about what he said. I think that's part of the reason why he's running a successful, real estate agency, as well as I believe it's also a coaching business as well that he's doing. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, hope this helps. Please let me know. Please comment in the message, the comment section below on what are your thoughts towards onboarding your team and about what Ryan has shared in his video. Did you like what he had said? Are there certain aspects that he said that you agree with? Are there certain aspects that he mentioned that you don't agree with? Love to hear from you. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.